Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yoshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yoshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yoshai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who were at brick and stone. And a blessed sanitation to the Akiums and the folk and the earth pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. Covenant lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, and the one-third men, women, and children, and the continent of face scattered among these heathen nation. Right? Well, inspired me to this video, I saw an article, right, with Sarah Sanders, her name. I think let me get his name. Yeah, Sarah Sandor, right? She tell a religious TV network that God want Donald Trump to be president. A lot of people, a lot of Israelites, who don't know this Israelite are ones who wake up to the fact knowing that they are Israelite. They will look at this and they will see this article and they will get offended. But it's the truth. It is the truth. Right? I mean, go through the scripture and show that the Most High set up all his kingdom, from the Babylonian kingdom to the Persian, Median Persian, the Medes and the Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, and this empire that we're living in right now, which is the second leg of the pagan Roman Empire, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who set up his empire, right? He's who do it, right? So, yeah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who set up Donald Trump. You understand? There's no need to get emotional, The scripture say in Proverbs, wisdom is the principal thing, right? That's roughly paraphrasing. Wisdom is the principal thing without like get understanding. You understand? That's roughly paraphrasing. So you gotta get understanding, right? As my brother was reasoning when Friday, for the Kadar, he was reasoning, he said, yo, these people out there don't understand that the Mosai Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, control all things. He controls the narrative of all things. What gonna be done, how it gonna be done, when it gonna be done, how long it can go for. You understand? And this is what people need to know. You people need to know that each and every one of we are robots when it comes to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He controls all our spirit. Everything going as the plan how he set it up. And this is the script. This is the script. So are you dumb niggas, who have all kind of evil thing to say about the Bible, are true. Yeah, true. And the only person say, and the only ones that saying all kind of negative thing about the Bible is the Israelites. When this is your history, when this is your wisdom, knowledge, understanding inside to the heathen nation. This is your DNA. You understand? You is the one who's scoffing and making mock, right? You're just trying to get this thing, right? It's bearing on me in this Salakia. Right? You gotta know these things. When you know these things, you're gonna be circumspect, right? Because the next kingdom gonna be set up is the Israelites, and we're gonna rule forever. We're not gonna ever be taken down again. You understand? We're gonna rule forever. Right? So okay, let's try to get this thing to Yeah, we're gonna rule. We're gonna rule forever. This is the next kingdom that's gonna be set up, which is the kingdom of Israel, right? Which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, right? And the confusion of faces Israelites who look at these are the heathen nation, the Israelites, who was scattered among these heathen nation. You understand? Right. Let's make sure. Yeah, right. So let me just go into this. Let me just share this. Let me just share this link here. All right. So this is Sarah. Salakia. Yeah. Yeah. This is Sarah Sanja tell religious Salakia. Tell religious TV network God want Donald Trump to be president, and that's correct. All right, that is correct. A special message from MSN. All right. So he said Sarah Sanders has told a religious television network that God wants Donald Trump to be president. The White House press secretary, right? This is the White House press secretary, made a claim in an interview with the Christian Broadcasting Network CBN. She said God want the want God want the reason. He said God said she said God was the reason Mr. Trump was in office, and she correct with that. 100% correct. You understand with that, right? She 100% correct with that. So let me just get a quick picture, right? She 100% correct with that. Let me get this in right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 18. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 1. He said, He that liveth forever was Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is really willing not the God, and Yahushai is really willing not the God, Jesus, right? They are the true and living power that govern heaven and earth. Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 1, he said, He that liveth forever created all things in general. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai only is righteous, and there is none other but He who governed the world with the palm of His hand, and all things, not something, all things, all things, not some things, all things. Read this again slow, right? Read this again slow. Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 3. Who governed the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. So if you see a lion put a man to death, Most I commanded the lion to put a man to death. You see a shark, tear a man up in the sea. Most I commanded that shark to tear that man up in the sea. Vice versa. You understand? When kingdoms set up, presidents, prime ministers, Mosai are ordained all of that. When nation being taken down, war being set, war break out, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he's the one who made all that happen. And this really brothers, this is what me brother had the conversation. He was saying these people do not understand that it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai control the narrative of every single thing. This is why you gotta fear him, you Israelites. Right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 3 says, who governed the world with the palm of his hand? And all things obey his will, for he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane. So he's the king of all, right? So this devil correct what you're saying, right? You're correct with that, right? She said God was the reason Mr. Trump was in office, adding that it was very hard to take more morally lesson from the Democrat, right? I think God called all of us to fill different role at different time, and that is correct. That is correct. You so-called white people, your role is to be the devil. That is correct. You get another precept. That is correct. Right? That is correct. This is Job. No, Salakia. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, had made all things for himself, not something, all things for himself. Right? Yea, even the wicked, which is you Edomites, right? Which is you Edomites, right? Which is you so-called white people, because you're not white, you're red. Why you're red? Because you lack of melanin. That's why you see a blood through your skin. You have no melanin in your skin. The Most High take your melanin away from you because you are the devil. Right? So read about this part again. I think God called all of us to fill different role at different time, and that is correct. Read this again. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the things that the so-called people doing, they were created by the Most High to do these things because they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. They are the wicked. And the evil is the things that they do on the earth, the oppressing the children of Israel, right? They go in countries, they overthrowing the government. That's evil. They bring us sorrow and distress. What evil go back to sorrow and distress, right? They set up all the different McDonald's, the KFC to poison all the people. They set up their pharmacies, right? All is evil because it come out of misery, distress, and pain, right? So you so-called white people are the wicked, and you were set up to play that role. You were set up to be the role of the devil, right? So hey, Sarah, she right. She on point with what she's saying, right? Let me get this in to show that you so-called white people, you are the devil. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, Edom is you so-called white people, you are the Edomite, this is your biblical nationality that the Most High give to you. Edom mean red, with the way is he? You're red. She have on a white top. That show the hypocrisy of these devils. Let's show that all you people out there are a bunch of imbecile. This is a white top that she have on. So look at this top that she have on. Look at her complexion. How the hell you can say she's a white woman? She red. They lack melanin. They're red. Right? There's a cursor look like this. You understand? There's No way to be proud looking like this. This is a you're supposed to be ashamed. And all people bleaching the skin to look like this. But the most I say people are foolish. Right? So Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, and they were impoverished in the dark ages when they were dwelling in the cliff of the rock. That's why they're known as the Caucasian. But we will return and build the desolate places, and did return and build the desolate places, America and other places that are built up, right? Which is their empire. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, they shall build, but I will show down, and they shall call them the bard of wickedness. So you so-called white people are the bard of wickedness. So you are the wicked. You were set up to play the role of the wicked. It's just like it's for instance, Hollywood, they bring out movie. They had the star, not the wicked. This is the Most High movie. The earth is the state, this is the scripts. And the nation of the Most High set up, which is 18 nation under the heaven. All the way in the movie, but the star of the movie is the Israelites. The Israelites are the star of this movie. The Israelites is who's who gonna rule forever over all these heathen nations. And we got next. Right? Start with the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3 million of children, that 2/3 of people going to be destroyed. Because they're not right. Back in Malachi 1 and 4, he said, the board of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai had indignation forever. So you so-called people are the wicked, and you were set up to play the role of the wicked. So she correct with this. She said, I think God called all of us to fill different role at different time. And I think that he wants Donald Trump to become president, and that is why he is there. Sandra told CBN, and that is correct. That is correct. Right? That is correct. You understand? Let me get another precept. Let me get another quick precept. Right? Yeah, next quick precept. This is Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And they went out another horse, and horse represents power, right? That was red, and the red is you Edomite. Because the word red go back to Edom, which is you Edomite, right? The red horse represents you Edomite, right? And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another with a sword. And there was given unto him a great sword, and this is technology that he used to have, right? You understand? With his weaponry, right? All his gadgets that he have. So, hey, you devil was set up to play the role of the devil, right? So you're correct with that, right? You're correct, right? During the interview, Sanders also hit out at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi over her remarks that building a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border would be immoral. Honestly, it is very hard at this point to even take a lecture from the Democrat on what is moral and what isn't, she said. All right, so let me just get some precept. I can just visit on that. Let me just get some precept. Is she correct with what she's saying? They were set up, right? The most I do set them up, right? So she's correct with that. So let me just, right? Let me get some, let me come to this. All right, let me stop this. All right. So yeah, she was correct with that, right? Let me get, this is Daniel. All right, let me get some. This is Daniel chapter 4. This This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. He said, this matter is by the decree of the watcher and the demand by the word of the Holy One, the word of the Holy Ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and the living is the Israelites, right? The elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the 1 million children, they live in because they have this word in them. They gonna believe on this word. This word is life. Because the masses, the people that are dead, they're in a deep sleep, right? And it's only few people understand this. Even the top devil, the elites, some of the Rothschilds, Rockefeller, right? The Hyper, the Goldman Sachs, right? They know that they were set up by the Heavenly Father. They know. But what they're trying to do, they're trying to upset prophecy so they can rule forever. And also to make the children of Israel be destroyed so they could get the blessing of being the firstborn. But it wasn't given, in the spirit. In the spirit, Jacob is the firstborn. You understand? Right? So the Most High is who ruled in the kingdom of men, the Most High is who set up this kingdom. Right? Yeah, so back in Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, he said, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Most High, by the word of the Holy Ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whosoever he will. You understand? Give it to whosoever he will, right? And set it up over it the basis of men. So you so-called white people are base men, right? You are base men. You understand? Basis of men, right? This is Psalms. These people out there don't want to give Yahweh Hashem Yahushai no glory. You understand? I was talking to a brethren who I know in the world, and he was telling me this video we see. You know how the ancient men them used to move all these big heavy material and all these things, and he was saying that the Europeans, which is the so-called white people, the Edomites, how they fool us and take us down. I said no, they ain't correct. They didn't fool us. Say in this you can't leave the Most High out. This the Most High make that happen. The Most High bring our enemy against us because we become the Most High enemy by not doing what he say, by breaking his commandment, by going astray and going and worship these other heathen gods. So the Most High is who take us down from the rulership and put base men over us. You understand? So this is Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, just getting the probably with the internet. Yeah, so let me get this one in Daniel. All right. I'm gonna so fast because let's brush through this chapter, right? This is when Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and the dream was gone from him, and he put in a decree to call all the wise men of Babylon. If they can't tell him his dream and the interpretation, he can kill all of them, right? Because the Most High give you the dream and take it away from him, that he couldn't even remember the dream, right? So let me just brush through this as fast as I can, right? Um, okay. Right? This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 1. He said in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed a dream. Wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep break from him. Then the king commanded to call all the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then speak the Chaldeans to the king in Syria, O king, live forever. Let thy servant tell thy servant the dream. Salaki. Salaki. Yeah, Salaki. Yeah. So, right. Back in Daniel, yeah, back in Daniel chapter 2, verse 4. Then speak the Chaldeans to the king, Syria, O king, live forever. Tell thy servant the dream, and we will show the interpretation. Right? Verse 5. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If he will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, he shall be cut in pieces, and your house shall be a dungeon. So he had a dream, and the Most High take it from him. So he couldn't even remember the dream. So he was troubled in his spirit, right? Verse 6. But if he show the dream and the interpretation thereof, he shall and reward and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, let the king tell his servant the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of a certain that he would again the time, because he see the thing is gone from me. But if he will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you, for he have prepared lying and corrupt word to speak before me. And the Chaldeans today is he lead back in family, right? And then Nebuchadnezzar was cutting them in. This has come from these so-called white people. They corrupt. They are a corrupt vessel. They spirit them everything right, upright. They just can't do right. Right? Daniel chapter 2, verse 9. But he will not make known unto me the dream. There is one decree for you, for he hath prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time change. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that he can show me the interpretation thereof. Right, Salakia. Right. Right? Verse 10. The Chaldeans answered, therefore, before the king, and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asks such things, any magician or astrologers or Chaldeans. And it is weird, and it is a weird thing that the king require, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh. Verse 12. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they saw Daniel and his fellow to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone near the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king captain, why is this decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, that he would show the king's interpretation. Verse 17, then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known unto Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companion, which is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. This is the Hebrew names. Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Verse 18, then they would desire mercy of Yahweh of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellow should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of heaven, right? Right? Verse 20, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. Hear that? Name is very important. Name is not Jesus. Name is not Selassie. The name is not Allah. Name is not Jehovah. Name is Yahweh. His son name is Yahushai, not Yeshua, not Yahweh. Get it right. Right? All right, read back verse 19. Daniel chapter 2, verse 19. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the power Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the time, Salaki, and he changed the times and the season. He removed kings. Hear this? He removed kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. Right? Don't know why this thing taking so long to load. Right? Right? Verse 22. He revealed deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him, which is the wisdom. Wisdom dwelleth with the Most High. The Most High is who got to give you wisdom. Right? Verse 23. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou power Yahweh of my father, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me what we desire of thee, for thou hast made known unto us the king's matter. Therefore Daniel went in unto Arioch. He said, who the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. Hey, boy. It's lucky. Right? He said, he went and said unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captive of Judah, not Africa. The captive of Judah, which Judah represent the three tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? That will make known unto the king the interpretation. Verse 26. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have dreamed, and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king had demand cannot the wise men, the astrologer, the magician, and the smoothsayer show unto the king. But there is a power in heaven, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that revealeth secrets and make it known make it known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be done in the latter days. Thy dream and thy vision of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thought came into thy mind upon thy bed, what should come to pass hereafter, and he that revealeth secret make it known to thee what shall come to pass. Verse 30, but as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than than any living, but for their sake that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mayest know the thoughts of thy heart. Verse 31, thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image head was of fine gold, right? And the head represent the Babylonian Empire, right? His breast and his arms of silver, which is the Persian, the Medes and the Persian Empire, right? His belly, he said, his belly and his thigh of brass, which is the Greek Empire. His legs of iron, which is the European and Roman Empire. His feet, part of iron and part of clay, which go back to the divided Western European nation, which go back to the Edomite, which are also the EU, right? The Most High who set up these kingdoms, right? This is kingdoms. This is a dream with kingdoms that are going to be set up, right? So in the last leg of the pagan Roman Empire, we're going to rule next, right? Thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Verse 34, thou sawest till a stone was cut out without hand, which smote the image upon his feet. He said that were of the iron and clay, and breaketh them to pieces. And the stone is Yahushai, right? Let me get a quick precept. The stone is Yahushai. Ephesians chapter 2, right? So, okay. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse let me start from verse let me get straight to the point. Ephesians chapter 2, verse verse 20. And let me start from verse 19. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19. Now therefore ye are no more stranger and foreigners, but fellow citizen with the saints and of the household of Yahweh, and are built upon the foundation of the apostle and prophet Yahweh Shai and Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. So Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone. He's the stone, right? He's the stone that we're reading about it in this verse in the book of Daniel, right? So that, yeah. Right. So back in Daniel chapter 2, verse 34, thou sawest till a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet. That that were of the iron and clay, and break them in pieces, and Yahushua gonna smooth them with them missiles, right? Them ICBM missiles and them lasers from the chariot to the what they call UFO, right? This is how we can destroy Babylon, right? Verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, the gold broken in pieces together, and became like the shaft of the summer threshing floor, and the wind carried them away, right? That no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth, which is Yahweh Shai, right? He gonna rule the entire planet Earth. He got power, all powers given to him in heaven and in earth, right? So these kingdoms not gonna rule again, right? The Babylonian kingdom, the Median Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire. They're not gonna rule. They're not gonna rule again. When they said no place was found for them, mean they're not gonna ever rule again, right? Verse 36. He said, this dream, and we will tell. He said, this is a dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, he said, thou, O king, are a king of kings, for Yahweh of heaven had given thee the kingdom, power and strength and glory. So the Most High is who set up kingdoms. The Most High is who's give them power. The Most High is who's do that. You understand? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh is who do that, right? Daniel chapter 2, verse 37, he said, thou, O king, are a king of kings, for the power Yahweh of heaven had given thee a kingdom, power and strength and glory. Verse 38, and whosoever the children of men, and Salakio, and wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowl of heaven had he given into thy hand, and had made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold, which is the Babylonian Empire, right? Which is the Babylonian Empire. So the Most High is who set up these kingdoms. The Most High is who take these kingdoms down. So what the devil was saying, they should correct, right? You understand? Verse 30, verse 39. And after the Babylonian Empire, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, which is the Median Persian Empire, which go back to the breast, right? Which is arm with the breast with his arm, which was silver, right? You understand? Right? Verse 39, he said, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which is the Greek Empire, which shall bear rule over all the earth. So it's the Most High who set up these kingdoms, right? The Most High is who give them set up these kings. But today, in this my kingdom, they don't set up kings, they set up what? Presidents, right? Vice prime ministers, right? That's why the scripture say he can change times and law. This is the devil, right? Verse 40, he said, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron break it in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, he says, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And the iron was the pagan Roman Empire, right? There's the iron, right? You understand? Verse 41, he said, whereas thou sawest the feet and toe, part of potter and clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, right? Which part potter, iron and clay is right now in the image. The image we in the toe, the 10 toes, right? Which is part iron and part clay, mean partly strong and partly weak. So that means the kingdom gonna fall, it's not gonna stand divided. You understand? This is why you see Babylon crumbling right before our eyes. Because weak. Because iron and clay don't mix. Right? It don't mix. He said, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, he said, part of potter and clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but they shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with marry clay. So America is known as the iron. The UK is known as the iron. The United Kingdom, they're known as iron, right? You got like Germany, they were known as iron. Then you got these other European nation, which is Edomites. They are clay, they're weak. So they're gonna fall, they're not gonna stand. They are the same house, right? He said, and as the toes and the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so he says, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. So they're not gonna stand. They're gonna fall. That's why we see Babylon falling. Right? This is the second leg of the pagan Roman Empire. Don't know why this thing taking so long to load. Right? Verse 43. And whereas thou sawest the iron mixed with marry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay, which is America is known as the great melting pot, because all nations dwell there, and that's abomination to the Lord, right? I think the Lord Yahweh came down in the time of Babel and confounded the people, because the Most High don't want all nations dwelling together. The Most High not dealing with that. That's abomination inside the Most High. The Most High not deals with the Most High give every nation their own inheritance. Right? The Most High give every nation their own inheritance and send them away. Right? Verse 44. He said, and in the days of those kings, which today are known as president, because the so-called white man changed all of that, right? Shall the Most High Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. This is the kingdom of the nation of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Right? He said, and in the days of these kings shall the Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. The kingdom of heaven is only for the Israelites. You are the heathen nation going to be servants. You're going to be in your ghettos, and you're going to be outcast. You're not going to dwell among us. You're not going to dwell among us, and you're going to learn how to keep our laws. Right? You understand? He said, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Right, which is the nation of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. I don't know why this is lucky trying to get a signal in. You understand? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Verse 45. He said, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hand, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power Yahweh had made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation of sure, and the interpretation thereof sure. So the Most High who set up these kings, set up kingdom, take them down. The Most High who do all of that. So the devil was on point, right? Verse 46, then King Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odor unto him. He said, the king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your power is the power of gods and lords of kings, and reveal its secret, seeing thou couldest reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governor over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested the king, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affair of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right, is when we just reading who was Ananias. Yeah, who was Ananias, right? Meshach and Azariah, right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is the Babylonian names, right? Right. So the Most High who ruled in the kingdom of men. Come on, you can't get around that. The Most High who set up kings and take them down. Right. This is Second Ezra's chapter 11, verse 38. He said, "Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the higher shall say unto thee, are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, who I had made to reign in my world, that the end of their time may come through them," which this was speaking about the pagan Roman Empire. So now we the second leg of the pagan Roman Empire. So the end gonna come to you Edomites. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Right? So here the Most I say, Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 29, are not thou it that remaineth of the fourth beast, whom I, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Salakida. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Shalom, shalom to the Akims and the coming board. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakadash Ashar Sabbath. Shalom. Right? So this is the Most I say. This is Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 39. Are not thou it remaineth of the fourth beast, which is the pagan Roman Empire, whom I made to reign in my world? The Most I say, whom I, the Most I say, he made them to rule in his world. Right? That the end of their time may come to them. And the fourth came and overcome all the beasts that were past, right? And what's all the beasts that were past? The Babylonian Empire, the Medo, the Persian Empire, and the Greek Empire. You can read about it in the book of Daniel, chapter 7. Right? You understand? Right? He said, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwell he upon the earth with deceit. This is you so-called white people. You understand? This is you devil, right? So you were set up. You were set up to be the devil in this movie, right? You understand? So she corrected what she's saying. You understand? So she corrected what she's saying, right? Verse 41, he said, for the earth has thou not judged with truth. So the so-called white man didn't judge the earth with truth. But it's just he role. He role is to play the devil. You understand? Verse 42, for thou hast afflicted the meek, which is the Israelite. Thou hast heard the peaceable, which is the Israelite. Because all Jake want to do is chill. Jake don't want no trouble. Jake ain't want no trouble. You understand? When you go back to Genesis, it said Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tent. He was a plain man dwelling in tent. Esau is a man in the field. He's a hunter. Right? He said, 2nd Ezra chapter 11, verse 42, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurted the peaceable, thou hast loved liars. Because he's so-called white man. He's a liar, right? And destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruit. Who brought forth fruit? The Israelites, right? He said, and has cast down the wall of such as did thee no harm, right? He said, therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride come unto the mighty. The highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abomination are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more thou the eagle, and therefore appear no more thou the eagle, right? The eagle is a symbol for these Edomite kingdom, right? You understand? All right. Therefore, let me get it. All right, let me get it. All right, let me get this. You know, a lot of these imbecile Israelite like to say the so-called white man write the Bible. So the so-called white man telling himself then he spent billions of dollars to hide the truth. Billions of dollars to hide the truth. So you can tell himself in a book that you people out your mind, right? It said the Baal eagle was chosen. The Baal eagle was chosen June 20th, 1782 as the emblem, which means a symbol or a logo of the United States of America because of its long life. So these devil think they're gonna live forever. No, you're gonna be taken down to your rulership. And right now your kingdom is falling. Babylon is falling, right? Great strength and majestic look, and also because it has been believed to exist only on this continent, right? So this is America's symbol, the eagle. Look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. You understand? Look it up for yourself, right? Pagan Roman Empire was also used the symbol as an eagle too, right? Let me see something, right? Salakia. Let's see. Pagan Roman Empire. See, the eagle is a symbol. See, So when his second leg, this is the beast who was wounded and he healed, and his wound healed, which is the second leg of the pagan Roman Empire, right? This symbol also was the eagle. And who was the rulers in the Roman pagan empire? The Edomites. And the Edomites still here today, ruling in the second leg of the pagan Roman empire, which is known as Babylon, which is known as America. The word America means bitter, right? You check this thing up for yourself. This word Aquila, right? Right? Aquila go back to Romans, which are Edomites. The Latin and Romance language word of eagle. Specifically, it may refer to Aquila, constellation, the astronomical, right? Constellation, the eagle, right? To represent the eagle, right? So there's the logo, right? There's the logo for these Edomites, right? So okay, all right. So we go back in Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 45. He said, "And therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious head, nor thy hateful claw, nor all thy vain body." You understand? Because they're gonna be taken down, they're gonna be destroyed. Mosai Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna destroy the empire. Right? So the Mosai who set up these kingdoms, right? The Mosai who do that. Right? You see, brother put a precept on the comment board. Romans 9 and 12. You get that. Uh, uh, this is Romans. Right? This is Romans chapter 9. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 12. He said, "It was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger." Son, right? You understand? So Esau, you're gonna serve Jacob, right? You're gonna serve the children of Israel for 1,000 years, then you're gonna be eradicated. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And you can read this in Genesis to understand who was the elder, who was the younger. You can read this in Genesis, the book of Genesis, chapter 25. Right? You can read it and see who was the elder, who was the younger, right? You understand? Good, good. And let's read some of these precepts. For Christopher, it's Obadiah 1 and 3. All right, good. Obadiah 1 and 3. All right. This is the book of Obadiah. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. He said, "Thy pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And this is pride of the so-called white man. That's why the slogan that Donald Trump used is let make America great again. So right, you understand? So these devils are prideful, right? They think they're not gonna be even taken down. They think they're not gonna even be defeated in this third world war. That's how prideful it is. You understand? What? You know, the Most High who set up a kingdom, and the Most High who take a kingdom down. Right? See, Christopher Lee, 2 Corinthians 2:11, he said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? You understand? We are not ignorant of that, right? But let me just read back on Obadiah until this thing load up again. Get some problem in the internet. So let me read back Obadiah. This is Obadiah, uh, chapter 3. So like Obadiah verse 3. He said, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, right? Which was back in the back in when they were impoverished, it's in the dark ages, right? You understand? This is what is known as the Caucasian, right? Me cave dweller, right? Whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Let's make a great again. When America crumbling right before our eyes. So there's the pride, this is the pride of these so-called white people, right? Verse 4, he said, thou exalt thyself as the eagle, right? Understand this kind of height, say what the Most High saying. Thou exalt, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle. Why the Most High said that? Because eagle is fly high. An eagle is fly high. So this is how these devil are prideful. Exalt themselves, you know what? I is the man. You understand? That's why they use it. That's why the logo is the eagle. Speaking to you so-called white people, you are the devil in this movie. You are the bad guys in this movie. And we know when you're watching a movie, what's be the end results of the bad guy. We know that. You watch all these movies, what's be the end results of the bad guy? Right? You Edomites, right? You directors for Hollywood, all these big directors in Hollywood. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the main director. He directs all these movies. You know the ending of the bad guy in the movie. Don't be nice. The scripture said better is the ending of a thing than the beginning. And what's the beginning of you so-called white people? Slavery. Slavery. What's the ending? What's the ending? Turn the Israel our captivity up. Right? Our captivity up. You understand? Right? Obadiah verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou settest thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? Right? So these devil, the mind is on high. They feel they feel nobody can't take them down. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushai set y'all up. He's who put y'all in the power seat. Don't forget that. Right? I'm waiting for this come and go to look back to one of the precept the brother posting in Deuteronomy. Hey, Shalom Kalam, the brother Kalam post up. Hey, this and there's some problem with the coming board and loading up the the internet getting some problem there. So as it load up back and get them preset apparatus are right. This is let me get this in Ecclesiasticus, all right, in the Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 1. He said, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. Right? Let me jump down to verse 4. He said, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Come on, hey, the Most High is who ruled in the kingdom of men. You understand? Right? He said, in the hands of the Most High Yahweh is prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his house. Right? Let me jump down to Verse 7, he said, pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So the Most High Zeus do that. Right? The Most High Zeus set up a king and take a kingdom. Right? You understand? So I'm trying to get this thing to load up box. Let me get the comment board message. Right? Yeah, so the Most High Zeus take a kingdom and set a king up. Let me jump to verse 12. He said, the beginning of pride is when one depart from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had it shall pour out abomination. Right? He said, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamity and overthrew them utterly. The Lord has cast down the throne of proud prince and set up the meek in their seat. So the Most High is who is put a, today we call presidents. The Most High is who's put a president there. The Most High is who put a nation to rule and take them down. The Most High who set up this beast nation to rule. So when the last leg of the pagan Roman Empire, which is known today as Babylon, why I think America is known as the daughter of Babylon? Because all the ancient custom of this Babylonian Empire is the same thing that being worshipped and exalted today. Same custom, the same wicked demonic custom that the Most High tell you Israel not to take part in. You understand? There is some problem with this internet here, right? Right? It's the same custom. That's why America is known as the daughter of Babylon. Right? You understand? That's why she's known as the daughter of Babylon. Right? Verse read verse 14 again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 14. The Lord had cast down the throne of proud prince and set up the meek in their seat. The Lord had plucked up the root of the proud nation and planted the lonely in their place. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai do all of that. You can't escape that. He is who do that. You understand? Moses is who do that. Moses who ruled in the kingdom of men. You understand? Trying to get this thing up, but gave some problem, Salaki to the Akiums and the court board. If I can get a chance to pull up them precept there, I see some nice precept on the comment board, but again some problem to load up it. Understand? Need some problem to load. All right. Yeah. Moses who ruled in the kingdom of men. This is 4 Samuel. All right. This is 4 Samuel chapter 2. I read verse 3 and skip on to verse 6. 4 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3. Talk no more exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a power of knowledge, and by him action are weighted. So by the Most High, all action are weighted. The Most High is who bring judgment to every single thing into judgment. Right? You understand? Yeah, right. Jump to verse 6. The Lord Yahweh kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up. The Lord make it poor and make it rich. He bring it low and lift it up. He said he raised up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillar of the earth are the Lord's, and he had set the world upon them. You understand? So the Most High is who rules in the kingdom of men. Most High is who set up one and take down one. Right? You can't get rid from that. The Most High is who control all things. Right? The Most High is who control all things. Most High is who rules in the kingdom of men. Right? You understand? Let me get this one. Right, this is Isaiah. Right? And matter of fact, before I get this Isaiah, let me read this here. Show you that hey, the Most High, praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Hey, so like again, to the Akims and the comment board there, and I'm trying to get the comment board load up so I can read them precept that the brother them post. You know, it's in then this week. You know, right? This is Acts, book of Acts, chapter 1. Right? And this with the disciple asks our Lord Yahweh Shai. Right? This is Acts chapter 1, verse 4. He said, and being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Father, which he said, ye have heard of me. For John truly baptized with water, but he shall baptize with the Holy Spirit not many days hence. And this is another whole lesson right here, especially coming with the baptism and the baptized. People think you can still go and duck yourself in water. No, you got baptized with the Holy Spirit, which is the word, right? But this is the point here. What I want to get at, right? Acts chapter 1, verse 6. He said, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, who the disciple asked, who Yahushai, saying, Lord Yahushai, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they rule in the kingdom of men. They allow a nation to rule, and then they come and take them down. So the next nation, take them down. There's who do that. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is who rule in the kingdom of men. So he give this nation the inheritance, he give them a time to rule. So now is our time to rule the kingdom, rule the empire plant earth again. Just like it was in the beginning with Adam. And Adam is Yahweh Shai if you can receive it through the Spirit. Right? You understand? The first Adam was earthly, the second Adam was a quickening spirit. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Right? If you can receive it. Not all men have this gift. Right? Not all men have this gift. Right? So there was asking Yahweh Shai, will you restore the kingdom to Israel again? Right? This is Isaiah 45 and 5. Right? He said, I am the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. There is no power beside the Most High. So he's who controls all these things. Right? He said, I guard thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there is none else. For I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. So when you see earthquake, when you see war, nation fighting, when you see mudslide, tsunami, distress, all these things come from the Most High. The Most High who send these things. Right? The Most High who send these things. He is who rule in the kingdom, and that's why you gotta fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You understand? Why you gotta fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Let me try again so we get these brothers precept to send on the coming board here. You know. See if I try and get this in. Yeah, so this is where I just want to touch on today, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and the most side road to the kingdom of men. You understand? Right? He rules in the kingdom of men. So let me close off with this one because this will be seen is a transition of power. Right? Let me get this in a second Ezra. Right? It's a transition of power. So you Israel gonna rule next. Right? We're gonna rule next. Right? Yeah, this is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. And answer I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of this? And when shall be the end of the forest and the beginning of it that follow? Talking about rulership, right? It's going into rulership, right? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau. Esau is the progenitor of you so-called white people, you Edomites, right? You understand? For Esau is the end of the world. So the end of your rulership, Esau, you in the end of your rulership. You just gotta fulfill your level of wickedness. And this is for you devils, right? Scripture says Revelation 12:12, because you know but yet a short time. You can come down with great wrath, right? So it said Esau, which is you so-called white people. Esau is the progenitor of you so-called white people. For Esau is the end of the world, me end of your rulership, end of your age. Prepare for slavery. You devils prepare for slavery. Right? And after 1,000 years, Obadiah 1 and 18, you're gonna be eradicated. Right? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So Jacob is what? Next ruler on the entire planet Earth, and Jacob rule forever. Jacob gonna rule forever. I know I just said one, but next piece of content mind there. Let me get this is Daniel, right? Jacob gonna rule forever, right? Jacob gonna rule forever. Trying to get this coming board thing to load, right? Um, so that yeah, so we get it to load. Yeah, yeah. Let me get this one. This is Daniel chapter 7. Um, Daniel chapter 7, verse 11. And I beheld, yeah, Daniel chapter 7, verse 11. He said, and I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn had speak. And he said, I beheld even till the beast was slain and his body destroyed and give it to the burning fire. And the beast is the EU and the NATO. They're gonna be slain and given to the burning fire, which is them ICBM missile, and also the lasers from the chariot, who the what they're gonna call UFO, right? You understand? Really trying to get them brothers precept when they come aboard, trying to get this thing to load so I could get it, you know. Yeah, right. Right, verse 12. As concerned the rest of the beasts, the rest of the beasts is the Babylonian Empire. Because it's still here today. This is a nation of people, right? It's still here today. The Media and the Persian Empire and the Greek Empire, right? Them still here, they're still today because the Greek is in power today. The Greek Empire, the Roman Empire is saved, is all is Edomites, right? You understand? So it's as concerned the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their life were prolonged for a season and time. He said, and the dominion means the rulership. And now these beasts not gonna rule again, right? He said, and I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with a cloud, which is the chariots of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, which is Yahweh, the Father, and they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nation, and language shall serve him. His dominion is everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So, hey, the kingdom was given to Yahweh Shai by his father. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is ruled in the kingdom of men. It was given to a father give the son a power in heaven and in earth to rule. You understand? So you people can't get you people can't get, I mean, make no excuse about this. So the devil was correct what she was saying. You can't get around this. So the devil was saying, hey, God is who put Donald Trump in power. Yes. You understand? That is correct. And God is who set up, God is who, I should say, God is who give let me do misquote the devil. Don't want to misquote the devil. Let me say what the devil say, right? You understand? She said, I think God called all of us to fill a different role at different time. You understand? And right, I shall correct with that. You so-called white people role is to play the devil. You are the devil. Somebody got to be the devil, and the devil is you so-called white people. Use the Satan, use the adversary, use the deceiver. You understand? She said, and I think that he wanted Donald Trump to be the president. Yeah, she correct with that. You understand? So I just didn't want to misquote she. So I had to go back to the article. All right. She also say God want Donald Trump to be president. She correct with that. You understand? Because Donald Trump, you talk about people ain't gonna come through Donald Trump. This man, so this man came into office, he started getting down. He started, hey, he let you know plain that he hate you Israelite. He ain't sugarcoated nothing. He let you know plain, hey, y'all is my enemy. He ain't sugarcoated nothing. He let you know I need a wall to keep out these Israelites. Right? Shut down the government because the Israelites are living from paycheck to paycheck. They're gonna come down on you Israelite. The war is against the war is set. It's Esau, it's Jacob and Esau. Jacob is the star, Esau is the bad boy. He's the bad boy in the movie. And we know all movie what was happening to the end. In the end was happening to the bad boy. He's been taken down and cast away. Right? Hey, Salaki to the Yakims when he coming board now, trying to get this to load up back. Oh, I ain't getting it, right? So still to water for the support, to water for the precepts, you know. And all these lessons are defiant. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akim, to the folk and the earth to push the gospel in sincerity, truth, shalom to the elect.